I'm going to show you how I pipe my absolute favourite flower. These are the curled petal roses. You can see the top of each petal's got this beautiful curve on it, and I think it makes them look really realistic. Now the piping tip does all of the work for you, so they're really easy to do. To get this colour, I've used just some Pro Gel Yellow. Now, as always, put a layer of buttercream on your cupcake to crumb coat it, and I've used green for the mini flowers. Now, if you want to mark out little spaces to get your roses the same size, you can use the base of a piping tip. This one is a 2D and it's quite a good size to mark out for roses. So all you do is place the base of it onto the cupcake, give it a little twizzle, and you mark out your little circle. So if you're going to put 3 roses on your cake, mark out 3 little circles. There we go. Now the piping tip is a GG1062. It's like a really thin version of a Gem 123. It has got a slight fat end and a thin end, and it's this fat end that you want at the base of your petals. This thin end is obviously for the top end. It's very easy for the buttercream to get clogged in this end, so you want to make sure that you've sifted your icing sugar. So we're going to start off by not having too much buttercream in your bag. Push it all down to the bottom and make sure it's nice and tight. And you want to make sure you've got the fat end of the tip at the bottom. So in the middle of each of these circles, just going to focus on that fat end of the tip. That's what you're going to place in the center of the circle. Come straight down with that into the middle of the circle and just make a little splodge of buttercream like this. Now it will have a tail on it obviously, but we're going to focus on that little spot that the fat end has made. That's the base of the rose. Just ignore that tail. Hold the piping tip vertically to that little splodge in the middle and pipe a straight line across it like that. It's very small stroke, but you're just covering that blob up. Turn the cake and make another stroke across the blob like that. Now this is buttercream and it will move out of your way, so just come in a little bit and push it out of the way and make your third stroke. If you get some stuck on your piping tip, just wipe it off. Now we can pipe the rose. So you're going to come in a little bit from the edge of that last petal, and instead of making arches, I'm going to make straight strokes across. So come in a little bit from the edge and just pipe a straight line. So you've come straight across like that. You've got this really thin petal, and you just go around doing the same thing. So come in a little bit, pipe a line, turn the cake, come in a little bit, pipe a line, turn the cake, come in a little bit, pipe a line, turn the cake. And you can see they're just straight sweeps here. There's no arches involved at all. And the top of that petal, if you hold it vertically like this as you go around, it just will give you this beautiful curled edge on the top of each one. Now I like to go around until I've come up to the cupcake case, and there's the first one done. Now you can do the next one, so just tighten up your bag, and if you need to, give it a little wipe. There we go. Now you want to remember, come into the center of the circle marker with the fat end of the tip. Come straight down, pipe a splodge. Ignore the tail and go around that fat bit. So pipe your first stroke across, turn the cake. It's tricky to come in, you've got to be mindful of your first flower here when you come into the center. It just takes practice, that's all. So you turn the cake, come in a little bit, pipe a line. When you get to this middle bit here, just do the best you can to come in and pipe that stroke. Keep going round, come in a little bit, pipe a line, turn the cake. Just let it drape across the middle bit like that. You're going to cover it up with leaves anyway, so you don't have to worry too much what it looks like. Just be careful and mindful of where you put your tip so you don't squash your other flower. Now the last one, so make your splodge in the middle, do your strokes around it to cover it up. You could leave it there if you wanted to pipe buds. You can make them as big or as small as you like. Just do your best in the middle here, so just let it drape across. And then come around to the edge of the case. And I'm going to leave that one there. We'll cover everything up with leaves. Now you can make these roses any size you want. So here I'm going to do a slightly bigger one. So I've made my splodge, it's a technical term, and you're going to pipe 3 lines around it. Just move that tail out of the way. Come in, pipe a line, come in, pipe a line. Now this rose is going to be a little bit bigger than those mini ones. So you can see I'm ever so slightly angling the tip outwards a bit. And that is giving me more of a curl on the top. So the angle of your tip will give you slightly different shapes as you go around. Just keep practicing and you'll get exactly what you want from it. It's a wonderful tip to have. The GG1061 curves the other way, so that one is for left-handed pipers. Now when I first got the 1062, I very nearly threw it out the window. It takes some practice, so don't stop, keep going, because now it's my absolute favourite go-to piping tip. It is possible that you can get a pesky one that will give you frilly edges. So if you're struggling to get a nice crisp line out of your buttercream when it's working for you on your other piping tips, it might be worth trying out another one just to see if it's the piping tip that's slightly wrong.